Hey y'all, today we are trying chicken galbi. And guess what? This is my last official meal in Korea, y'all. I'm a little bit heartbroken, a little bit sad. I've ate so many good things in the country. But I figured I would top it off with this one last meal. So let's get into it. Chicken galbi is chicken marinated in a gochujang sauce, and then it's stir fried together oftentimes with cabbage, rice cakes, and potatoes, green onions. And I think maybe you can add some other things, but that's what they had in this one. I got me a bottle of soju because I heard you're supposed to drink when you eat this type of dish. So I was like, okay, let me get me a little drinky drink then. I actually wanted my galbi, but they didn't have any, so I got soju. And they cook the food for you. I actually wanted to cook it myself, like how you would cook like the K barbecue. But they had somebody cooking it for you. I think maybe because it's chicken, they really did not want anybody to undercook it and like get salmonella. So they was like, okay, we'll cook for y'all. Then I added cheese, and then they did a little lift off. It was like a little fancy reveal, like, here is your food before you. Bow down before me, I'm delicious. First shot, get y'all a little sip. See, when I decide that I want to drink and eat, I like to get the liquor activated in my blood system before I start eating, because then the food is gonna hit even harder. Y'all, this food looks so good and delicious. Oh my gosh. Like I mentioned before, it's cooked in a gochujang based sauce, and it's stir fried in what I believe to be a cast iron dish. So it's gonna get a nice char to it, especially with all that sauce kind of cooking down. I'm so excited to try it, because if you watch my shabu shabu video, that fried rice they gave me was, I think, made in a cast iron dish, and that extra char it had just did something special to the flavor. So I'm so excited to try this. First bite. Y'all, it is good. It has this nice balance between spicy, sweet, and salty. And actually what I really like about this is the fact that even though it looks oily, it's not too overpowered with oil. Like, there's substance to the sauce. Sometimes I've had dishes where they try to cut the sauce with like 70% oil and then like 30% of whatever the marinade is actually supposed to be. But here I like that it's pretty balanced. Still though, it's probably not the best for my arteries, but I'm here for a good time, and this indeed is a good time. Now I noticed people behind me getting some stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's banchan behind me, let me go get some. So they have a lot of pickle stuff, which is actually perfect. I'll explain why. But y'all, why did my goofy self almost drop my damn phone in that fucking banchan? Sorry for cussing. In that banchan, like a goofy. Oh my gosh, that would be so tragic. But anywho, like I was trying to explain, their banchan assortment is so smart and perfect, because pickled and like fresh things just cut an oilier dish so well and just complement the dish so perfectly. I was like, let me get me another shot before, I get back to eating. Cheers. Take out a little bit, take out a sip, we get a little throat. Soju always gets me because like it's not super strong, but it's still add a little hair to your chest, like it still make your neck twitch a little bit, like, and it gets me every time. Like, it'll get me by surprise. I'm like, oh shit. Anywho, back to our eats, back to the food. Yup. That about the kimchi hit. Like, it was good by itself, but the kimchi just took it there. Now this whole time I've just been raw dogging this chicken by itself, and then I realized to myself, like, girl, you need you some rice with this. Like, this type of dish especially is the type of dish that you have to be eating with rice, because like there's the sauce and you need something to kind of pair with and kind of mingle with. So I was like, yeah, let me get the rice. I was actually trying to hold back on the rice because I didn't want to get too full, but eventually I was like, girl, quit playing games, go ahead and get the rice. Get the rice. And the rice did what it needed to do. This place is in Hongdae, and I actually want to give it a big shout out, because when I decided that I wanted to eat chicken galbi, I tried to go or looked at a few different places, and all of them either only had couple sets or would not let me be seated because I was by myself. I think I mentioned it before, but in Korea, a lot of restaurants are catered to groups, and some places will not let you sit if you're alone. Not all places, but some places will do that. But y'all, it is down to my last bite. Oh y'all, I'm so emotional. I've had so much good food in Korea, and there's so much food that I didn't get to try. This last bite is so good because it got all those charred bits of like the chicken and everything, and it's so good. I've had a time in Korea, and I would definitely be visiting again. This chicken galbi was definitely a great way to go out, and although this may be my last meal in Korea, the food adventures does not stop here. Next stop, we're going to Hong Kong. Thanks for eating with Nick.